his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
And they bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. That connection with Jordy Nelson coming on the drag route.
Hard to believe that he was a walk-on.
Yeah, Kansas State.
It's so hard to believe that people missed entirely on him. But how about his ability to work and run any route you need? And that completion is evidence that it doesn't matter what you call, he's going to find a way to get open.
Walk on at Kansas State. Now the locker rooms are named after him there. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Time running out here on the play clock. Adrian Peterson. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Adrian Peterson. 85 yards. And his guys have taken a 1st quarter lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 59 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Back to throw. Young. Steps away to his... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. He's got the lane, and there he goes. They put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I've got zero rooting interest in this game, but this is a lot of fun to watch. When you watch a guy get with his offensive line and have that great relationship, and I think it has to have been built during the week, during training camp, throughout the season, sitting and watching tape together, finding where their creases are, the gaps, knowing how guys are going to block. And right now, he's almost unstoppable.
Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Play clock winding down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw. Young. Dancing to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Back to throw. Young. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Jayon Brown in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mariota on first down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Mariota. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Young to throw on third down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the former Gamecock, Spencer Lanning, on to punt it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. In the red zone this time. First down, Mariota. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Now he's forced out right. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 18-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
On third down, that's Peterson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll run for it. Peterson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Throwing is Mariota. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Mariota. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Nelson, the man in motion right. Mariota to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, you know, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Looking to throw. Young. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a give to Peterson running right. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back now in the East Bay as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Detroit. Back to that Philly. Here we go. Back to that Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. Young. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Reed into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Lets it go for Nelson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this will be a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Here we go now. Green 39. Detroit. Here we go. 3-19.
The play clock's running down. Looking to throw. Young escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And here now the offense heading back out there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 69 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, Mariota. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Deion Jones. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand and like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Young, looking to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The offense on third down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Young. From the gun, he'll throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
Back to throw. Young. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And now back out comes the offense. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stacks. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Looking to throw. Young eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. Check. Detroit. Hurry up, here we go. Go.
From the pistol, they run with Peterson. get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Young on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Reed in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Back to throw. Young. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.